ICP might be one of the most misunderstood crypto projects right now, but that misunderstanding could be the opportunity. In this video, I'm going to talk about why Internet Computer is much more than just a layer 1 blockchain. I'll also take a look at the chart and let you guys know what I'm expecting in terms of price action for this coin. And last but not least, I will be talking about some macro events that are currently causing volatility in the crypto space. But before I get into all of that, guys, this is Royalty Crypto, and if you like ICP and altcoin content, please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. But without further ado, let's talk about Internet Computer. As you guys can see, we are currently trading at $3.70, which equates to a $2 billion market cap for this coin. We are also up over 20% in the past month, but in my opinion, I believe that this rally is just getting started. The reason why I believe ICP has so much potential is because it is much more than just another layer 1 project. One of the aspects that I find very interesting about ICP is the fact that they are attempting to replace traditional cloud infrastructure. They are doing so by allowing developers to run full stack apps on chain with front end, back end, and data operations, which eliminates reliance on AWS, Google Cloud, and other centralized servers. They are also allowing their developers to build apps that are tamper-proof, censorship resistant, and always online. In my opinion, this puts ICP in a completely different category than Ethereum, Solana, Avalanche, and basically every other layer 1 in the space. The market has yet to reprice ICP as a decentralized cloud infrastructure, which is a multi-trillion-dollar industry. This is absolutely massive because as it stands, ICP is only valued at $2 billion, so the upside on this project is exponential in my opinion. Another reason why ICP is so much better than most other layer 1 blockchains is because they have real usage and real developers. ICP consistently ranks in the top 10 for on-chain compute usage, smart contract executions, and developer activity. And unlike other hype chains, ICP's usage comes from social apps, AI integrations, and DeFi plus Web3 services that run entirely on-chain. Now, an example of one of these applications is Caffeine AI. If you are unfamiliar with Caffeine AI, it's basically like ChatGPT, except it will create different applications for you. And for the sake of this video, I asked it to create an application that would manage my crypto portfolio, and you can see that in under 5 minutes, it created this pretty insane looking application. So this is pretty awesome to see, and the fact that ICP is integrating so much AI into their blockchain undoubtedly strengthens the overall narrative for this project, because as you guys know, AI has been basically the hottest narrative in the overall financial markets for the past couple of years, and I do not expect that to change anytime soon. So this is an incredibly bullish aspect of ICP. And last but not least, one of the biggest downsides of this project for the past couple of years has been its tokenomics and overall inflation. However, that is starting to change. Not only are all of the major token unlocks for early investors and founders behind this project, but it recently introduced a strategic plan called Mission 70 that will be reducing their overall inflation by over 70%. As it stands, the current inflation for this project is around 9.7%, which has been one of the most bearish aspects of this project for a very long time. However, assuming this strategic plan does get passed, at the end of 2026, that inflation will drop down to below 3%. This is absolutely massive in my opinion, because as it stands, ICP was having to outperform its very high inflation. So guys, this has been most people's biggest concern for this project for the past couple of years, and now people no longer need to worry about this. So in my opinion, guys, if you have yet to update your overall narrative on this project, now would be the time. So let's go ahead and go back to the chart. I do expect us to have a parabolic pump for the overall altcoin market at some point this year. My reasoning for that is because we have officially entered the expansion phase for the business cycle, which will allow the overall market to have much more liquidity, and the more money people have to invest, the better it is for risk on assets like Internet Computer. We are also expected to have a much more dovish Fed chair come into office in May of 2026, and he should be cutting the federal funds rate significantly over the next 1 to 2 years. This has also historically been the best time to invest into risk on assets, because the lower the federal funds rate, the better it is for the overall economy economy, and the better the overall economy is feeling, the better it is for risk on assets. So as long as these catalysts do lead us to a bull run at some point this year, I think ICP could be one of the best performing coins in the entire market. With that being said, I could see ICP getting anywhere between a $20 billion market cap to as high as a $50 billion market cap. So basically what that means is if you are accumulating at these current prices, that would be anywhere between a 10 to 25x return on your money if you do perfectly sell the top. Now, of course, in all of my videos, I do mention that it is very important to not try to time the top and to take profits on the way up. And if you guys are watching my channel, I will let you know when I'm personally taking profits on this coin. But of course, I do not give financial advice, so please make sure to do your own research and make your own decisions independently. Alright, so now I wanted to shift our attention to the overall crypto market because in my opinion, we need to see Bitcoin perform well before we will see any true parabolic runs for these altcoins. And these past couple of days have been rocky for the overall market to say the very least, and the main reason for that is the FUD around the Greenland situation and the fact that President Trump was going to put tariffs on all of the EU countries that didn't support his Greenland acquisition. But good news is, guys, earlier today, not only did President Trump declare that he would not use military action to take over Greenland, he also has stated that he will no longer be imposing 10% tariffs on the EU countries. Now, I don't know if this situation is officially over or not, but the fact that President Trump is starting to take back these claims is undoubtedly bullish for the market because the uncertainty around this entire situation has caused the overall crypto and stock market to tank in the past couple of days. And as you can see here, Trump said earlier that he has formed the framework for a future deal with respect to Greenland with NATO. So this could be clearing up a lot of uncertainty in the market, which is of course very bullish for us. And as you can see on the Bitcoin liquidation heat map, we have had a lot of volatility for Bitcoin in the past couple of days because of this event, as we were trading at over 97,000 just a couple of days ago, and now we are back down to 90,000. However, guys, in the short term, there is a bit of a bullish catalyst forming, and that is the fact that this event has given the crypto bears a lot of confidence. The reason why I say that that is actually a bullish thing is because some people are starting to bet on leveraged short positions, which does give market makers and whales an incentive to push the price of Bitcoin back to the upside. And as you can see here, we have a ton of short liquidation sitting above us, all the way up to around 93,500. So in my opinion, as long as this Greenland situation does not escalate, it is very likely that Bitcoin will retake around 93,500 within the next couple of days, and then hopefully push back up towards $100,000 sometime in the next couple of weeks. Moving on to some other bullish news, President Trump said earlier today that Congress is working on the crypto market structure bill and hopes to sign it very soon. He also added that he is making sure that America remains the crypto capital of the world, and he does say that all the time, but still, it is insane to think that we have a US president making statements like this basically every single week. And guys, if this crypto market structure bill does get passed, I believe that this is incredibly bullish for the long term of crypto. And guys, in my opinion, and in the opinion of the Trump administration, we believe that banks will go all in on crypto once this market structure legislation is passed. And not only banks, guys, I also think that this clears the runway for massive United States companies like Nvidia to potentially start to accumulate some Bitcoin for their overall portfolio. The more liquidity that we have coming into this market and the easier it is for institutions to access it, the better it is for the long-term fundamentals and price action for our favorite coins. But alright guys, that's going to do it for this video. I hope that you have all had a fantastic day and that you have ignored the FUD for the past couple of days. It does seem like we are starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel and potentially starting to recover back to the upside for our coins. So hopefully that does end up being the case. But alright guys, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Peace.